like Jubilee, that still has a potential to command, because even Jubilee feels that it would be the best way for Matiang'i to scale the mountain. And that is a cause of concern, especially for DCP.
I think, Fred, one thing is that sibling rivalry is allowed, okay? Because this is politics. Everyone is jostling for a position. And as far as Jubilee is concerned in the mountain, unless we are talking about Mount Elgon, not Mount Kenya. So we need to be very clear when we talk about Jubilee and the mountain, which mountain exactly we are talking about. Because as far as I am concerned, it's not Mount Kenya.
But you think the party leader currently of Jubilee does not have any influence over Mount Kenya region?
As far as I'm concerned, you have quoted an opinion poll. And that opinion poll does not put Jubilee anywhere on the map. You just read to me an opinion polling. So what I am saying is, as far as the Jubilee party is concerned, unless they have their own mountain, we are not talking about Mount Kenya. Second is to say this, all politics is local. This business of top-down often and usually does not work. You have to go back to, you come with an elitist mind that you want to look like you're above tribal politics. And that's why I said politics is not for good men. Because good men want politics that is clean. Good men want politics where you stand above, you say, I'm tribeless. You say, my tribe is Kenya. And Kenyans vote for you based on that. But is that how power is acquired, especially in Kenya? The answer is no. And therefore, my own opinion is that as far as Fred Matiang'i is concerned, he's still operating as if he is a government official. Fred Matiang'i tasted power to the extent that he was the substantive deputy president when Uhuru was in power. So I think in his psyche, he's still a government. Even when you look at his interviews and the way he speaks as if he's defending government, the current government. So he's still behaving as if he's the substantive deputy president of the Republic of Kenya. But I want to tell him something. We've had even more brilliant people than him, including Professor Kivutha Kibwana, who did not make it to a second term. Why? Because all politics is local. And it doesn't matter which country you go, you have a home, you have a place where you're likely to start. Your family members must say, we believe in Fred. If your family members come out and say, this brother of ours that you want to vote, even us, we don't trust him, we are also likely to question your candidature if your own brothers and sisters are questioning your ability to vie for a certain position. And therefore, I think Matiang'i is going to go down in history if he does not change as a person who squandered a perfect opportunity to become the president of the Republic of Kenya. If he continues with that trajectory, he's actually going to lose it. And so far from what I am seeing, he's already lost. If he's hanging out with the likes of Ngojiri Wambogo, you see, there are markers in politics you tell. When this person is here, this is likely a loss. When this person is here, this is likely a win. If you look at the trajectory of Fred Matiang'i now hanging out with Ngojiri Wambogo, what does that tell you? That tells you that the man is headed down the cliff. Unfortunately, when you're a rolling stone on a cliff, there is no way you can apply brakes. So we just have to wait for you at the bottom.
And Bwana Sosion, I can see you smiling when you see this kind of disagreement within the United
He is very happy. But he has been whispering to me all through here.
The broad-based
telling us that let the house...
I don't whisper.
The broad-based arrangement is suffering its own issues as well. The former Prime Minister Raila Odinga made a pronouncement earlier this week that the arrangement between ODM and UDA is only up until 2027 and leaving the field very open. That has caused quite a stir even within the broad-based arrangement.
No. I don't think it's necessary to imagine panic at the moment. And in the 20th anniversary of Orange Democratic Movement Jamboree in Mombasa, I think the party leader made clarifications to the membership that insofar as the party is concerned, we are in the broad-based arrangement and the matters that are agreed up to 2027. That's a fact. And they were signed by the party leaders at KICC. President William Ruto signed as a party leader of UDA, not as president. Raila signed as a party leader of ODM, the 10 points, and that arrangement is in place. And I think when Raila puts his own team to order, that, hey, let us shift, let's not talk about 2027, let's talk about what we have signed, what we have agreed, and the work that is to be done between now and 2027 is a clear message. To distort it, to look otherwise, is a different thing. But when it gets to 2027, there will be other political negotiations. What is urgent within the broad-based arrangement, and I can tell you with confidence, because I'm in that particular space myself, the transformation agenda of Kenya is more important. If we waste a lot of time jostling and positioning on how to win 2027, them they can do because they have nothing else to do. The TCPs and the rest, and the Matiangis, they can roast themselves the way they want. And we are not interested in their debates. We are not interested in their conflicts. What we are interested in is the stability of the broad-based. And in the next 24 months, we should be able to deliver more to the country. And we have seen what the president is doing at the US. The UN Habitat actually celebrated Kenya. And the president is doing a lot in terms of delivery of housing, which is a key pillar. Yes, I'm talking about it because this is a flagship that will have to be delivered up to 2027. So we cannot waste time engaging in these party games and who is who and their cat fights with Matiang'i and the rest.
I'm talking about Raila Odinga here. I think we moved on from
when they cannibalize themselves, shauri yao.
You've also
within
dodged,
this space,
you've managed to dodge that question.
Within this space,
you appear to have dodged that question because I was asking the kind of discomfort within
the party leader,
Raila
Odinga, signed a memorandum of understanding with President William Ruto, and we are in the broad-based arrangement government up to 2027. That's a fact. Okay. And then what happens with respect to 2027 elections will be another chapter. And what happens beyond 2027 will be another chapter. Those are facts that must be communicated to Kenyans, because I don't think ODM and UDA and Kenya Kwanza have discussed the agenda of election of 2027. That has not been done. And Raila is right. It has not been done. What has been agreed is what is being done for the country between now and 2027. Yes, but that is what is on the table.
From history, Raila Odinga is known to do this kind of things, that he leaves everyone confused up until the last minute. Do you feel that probably we're paying too much attention to this gentleman in some of the pronouncements that he makes? He's the same one who insisted that ODM is not in government, yet they're still in government.
What Raila Odinga is doing, Fred, is what we have been very consistent to say. Raila Odinga knows he doesn't want to lose the people, yet he can see people are leaving the broad-based government every day. And that's why I've been very consistent. Look at Babu, they talk at night. Look at Sifuna, they talk. That's why you can see some confidence in Sifuna saying my party leader. Even now he's telling I'm the SG. Because they talk. Because Raila has said, you guys, we must separate the teams. One team must be out there in the opposition saying one term. Another team is here saying two term. Akina Joho, Paranya, Wanga and others. So because he wants to play safe. But always, the moment you play safe, finally you'll be exposed. People can see Raila Odinga very well that he wants to eat. He wants to eat at the expense of Kenyans, Gen Z, and even the economic situation in the country. So let Raila be Raila. Everybody knows him. And that's what I'm saying. Let me tell you today, Fred. Whatever Raila does, we are no longer interested. Let me tell you the truth, actually. Whether he decides to vie against Ruto, whether he decides to support Ruto, whether he decides...
Are you saying it's not going to be a factor?
Can I tell you something?
Or a consequence?
Let me... Good. I like statistics. If I show you the one that is quoted by Star, look at this. In Nyanza, the support for BBG is 58%. 34% in Nyanza disapproval. That's a very big number. 34%. I put it in 27, about 40 approval. I can tell you that. About only 40. Because when Raila Odinga was vying for president, the turnout rate was 66% when he was a candidate. So if he decides to give it out to Ruto, it will be less, like about 40. Now, that is Nyanza. Let's go to Coast. 1 minute. In coast, the disapproval is 75%. That is the Odinga stronghold. Yeah? And approval in coast is only 17%. So what are we saying? He knows the ground is shifting. I'll tell you this again today, seated here. As official position, we have no love lost for him. We braced him long time ago to go to broad-based. He has captured parliament together with the President Ruto. He has captured everything. We don't miss him. And by the way, whatever...
Immediately after he lost the AUC chairman's position, quite a number of your members were even inviting him to come join the...
I must admit, position. Yes, because we were like, man, umetumiwa vibaya. Can you come?
You don't think he would be of any the window positive thing towards a united opposition right now? The window
closed. I can tell you, Kenyans are very intelligent. Let's start with Gen Zs. They know that he betrayed them. Let's go to the economic situation of the country. He's in bed with them. He's supporting Adani and this kind of thing. Look at where we are right now. He's not talking. People know, right? He's eating with these people. So that's why some people who have a future, like Babu Owino and Sifuna and others, and Hamisi, they're able to say, no, we are not part of this from the word go, because they know the power belongs to the people. So I want to restate again, in our mathematics, in our plans, there is nowhere. Actually, we are happy they are together. However they go, they are together. For President Ruto, all projects from the whole country, they are being removed and taken to where he thinks, he hopes he'll get support. But look at the statistics. People, the traditional bastions of Raila, the people themselves, he'll get only a few people who are in that elite category. But let me say this quickly. Please, for the purpose of our people who are viewers, who are our followers, I want to say this. We want the official opposition, Fred, to give the best candidate for Kenya. Okay. Not Matiangi. We are not saying Kalonzo. We want everybody to go galvanize their area. And that's why we are seeing some mismatch. Come back on the table. Convince the other people that you are the best. So I want to assure that the process we are undertaking is to get the best candidate. We have Matiangi, we have Kalonzo, we have the Honorable Gashagwa, we have everybody else. But before then, we want everybody to come on the table to say, this is what we're able to galvanize. But Eric, just for clarification, Kivuta Kibwana did 2 terms. Yes.
Oh, he did 2 terms.
Yeah, okay. He lost in Senate. And I want to say this because it's important for leadership and governance, Fred. It's bad manners. You cannot serve 2 terms as governor. Then you want, it's bad manners. Okay. Let's stop these kind of things. And finally, Eric, you said politics is not for good men. Fred, no. We have so many people who aspire to be in politics and leadership and government, and they are good people. So it is people who mess politics and give it a bad name. Then they blame everybody about being bad. It's good.
Eric, it is said that some people overrate themselves. Do you think at this point Raila Odinga, and I'll use this phrase, is who he thinks he is?
That's a good question. I think it's important to think of yourself as who you are.